Okay. Chelsea season review by me, the Boxler. And I'm going to be going through every single player, and I'm going to be going on whether we should keep them or we should sell them. I also put loan in here as an option, but loan could mean they go for a year, develop, they come back if they don't get playing time, or it means they loan with obligation to buy or option to buy. Whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just go to the first one. First one, I have Sanchez. This is the only goalkeeper I put in here because really he's the only goalkeeper that matters. I'm not putting Horgensen or whatever the fuck that guy's name is. Season ranking 4 out of 10. I'm selling this brother. He's genuinely bad. Like he's genuinely awful. He just hasn't been good, like at all. I don't think we'll get any money for him, which I'm so fine with. And I just don't trust this guy. Like we don't have a good goalkeeper. That's one of our biggest holes on the team. Like we genuinely need like an actual good player. So yeah, this guy. By the way, I should mention players like Sancho. I didn't put on here because that brother's already out. We would have to buy him. So I'm not even gonna put. I didn't even put Sancho on here. And then other players like that, I didn't put on here. But Sanchez, I'm selling. I don't like this guy. I really don't like him. Next, I got Kukurea. I gave him a season ranking of a 6 out of 10. I thought he was been pretty decent, and I keep him. I would definitely keep him. He's 25, left-footed. He's honestly really good. I think he's decent in the air. I think he's decent off on the ball. He's a decent defender. Like he's just an overall decent player. I don't think he's anything like crazy special. Nor do I think we should keep him for the long term. But I do think he's a great leader for the squad. Like when you watch like the games, like he's definitely a leader for that squad. Plus, I do think like he's someone that you can always rely on the pitch. And I gave him a 6 out of 10 because for this entire season, he's been pretty good. Like he hasn't been anything like exceptional, but you're like stand out, but he's been decent. And there's some dumbasses who will say like, "Oh, Kukurea has had an awful season, and he's an awful left back, and he's worth 3 million or some shit." No, he's been decent, but he's not a bad player by any means. Next, I got Tosin Adarabioyo. Uh, I gave him a season ranking of 7 out of 10. I said keep. Obviously, he hasn't been better than Kukurea, but from like the expectation, I think he's been pretty good. Um, he was very good in the conference league. He's a very solid center back, and I think it's good to just keep him on the bench. He can rotate in and out with other competitions. I think we're going to be playing like our B teams and C teams a lot next season with like the FA Cup and the what you call it, not FA. Oh my God, Carabao Cup. I think we're really going to be focusing on Champions League and the Prem this year. I don't really think we care about those two competitions. So someone like Adarabioyo to just sit on the bench and play those competitions, I think would be really good. And then I gave him 7 out of 10 because he was really crucial in that Conference League team. You'll see that a lot with a lot of these Conference League players that were playing. I rated them pretty highly. Next, I got Buddy Shield. I gave him a 6 out of 10. Again, same thing. I thought he was decent, and nothing standout, but he's a young player, and I think he's okay. And I would loan him out. Genuinely, maybe an obligation to buy, but really just go. Practice your shit. You're not going to be getting a lot of minutes on the Chelsea squad. Honestly, I do think we need to buy a center back, and you'll see I do sell a center back. We definitely do need to buy like a really good center back. My hope is Mark Gahey, but whatever. And Body Shield just really isn't him right now. I don't think he's good for the next season. I don't think it's good to have a player like him in the locker room. Not that he has like a bad mentality or anything. It's just that he's just not Chelsea quality. So I would just loan him out, maybe with obligation to buy, and I'd have no problem with that. Next, for Levi Colwill, I'd give a 7 out of 10, and I would keep him as well. This brother has been incredible for us. The only problem he hasn't played many games for us this season, but he's been definitely like the best center back for England in my opinion. He's an incredible player, and I think he has a lot of potential. I think he is like eventually he'll start getting to like that point of like the money that we actually paid for. Hopefully he does. But honestly, he's just like really good. Like his off the ball, his defensive, like he's just an overall like really good center back in my opinion. And I think he's just like one there that we can like play for a lot of games if he doesn't get injured. We can play for a lot of games and not be worried because he's just a really good consistent center back in my opinion. All right, next I got Trevor Chalaba. Seven out of 10 rating. Keep nothing really to say here. He's been pretty good. Again, played a lot of conference league minutes, and he was very good there. It's really hard to rate these kind of players because if it was any other season where we weren't playing conference league, these players would be getting 4 or 5 out of 10 seasons, and I'd probably be saying loaning or selling them. But they were really good in the conference league, but also they're playing like fucking FC Noah or whatever. They're playing in Kyrgyzstan in the conference league. So it's really hard to rate these kind of players, but I think this player's been really good. Chalaba's been really, really good, and I would keep him. Genuinely, I'd keep him. Next, I got Reece James. I gave him an 8 out of 10, and I would keep as well. This brother has actually been class. Like, he's been insane. I forgot what game it was, but I think it was Chelsea versus Man United. This brother looked fan-fucking-tastic. He was cooking that entire. And again, Manchester United are not a good team, but just Reece James doing that, and he's doing it consistently this season. Like, he has not been injured that much. And there was a huge problem with this brother getting injured, but because like our squad is so much bigger and we have so much more depth, and we've been, playing a lot of different players, he's been able to take rest here and there. So he's played for most of the season, not consistently, but he's played for most of the season. And almost every single game, he's dropping a banger. Like, I think maybe next season or the season after that, he could get back up to those best fullback in the world shots. And I'm not joking. Genuinely, I like Reece James looked incredible to me for like the entire season. And like he's genuinely like the better Luke Shaw. Like Luke Shaw is like that one player where it's like, okay, like we base him now off of like 4 years ago or whatever, or like a season ago. When Reece James is actually doing what people say Luke Shaw is doing, and he's actually doing it now in games. So I think he's been fantastic. I gave him an 8 out of 10, and I'd love to see him next season. I'm keeping him. Again, here, Malo Gusto gave him a 7 out of 10, and I'm keeping him. This brother's been class. He's a good youngster. I think he's been proven in the Prem at this point, and he's just been a really good, like, replacement. Not replacement, but just sub for Reece James. Anytime Reece James can't play or is injured or is tired, Malo Gusto comes up. It says preferred foot is right-footed, but he can play left back, right back. Honestly, I think I've seen him play center back. But he can play either of those positions, and I think he's really, really good. He's been very good for Chelsea. I gave him a 7 out of 10, and I'd keep him. All right, next we have Wesley Fofana. I gave him a 5 out of 10, and I'd actually sell him. Not that he's bad or anything. It's just that we paid a lot of money for him. I don't see him getting that much better. He got injured for most of the season, and I think he's going to be out for. And I just like don't trust him. I don't think we can have a player like this in our squad that we expect to be a starter that just keeps getting injured. Like I can't have that anymore. Honestly, if Reece James was like still injured like he was the previous like couple seasons, I'd be selling him because you can't have players in the squad that you're like relying on and you're like putting the tactics around that are playing 20 games a season, 10 games a season. Like you can't have that. And Wesley Fofana, I think you could make a little bit of money from. Not like from it because we paid a lot of money for him, but like not from his actual pricing. But I think you could make a little bit of money. So I'd sell him honestly. You can't have players like that in your club. But I thought we're actually going to sell him. And hey, prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong. But right now, I don't see it happening. I don't see Wesley Fofana up there. All right, next I got Josh Achampong. He played a couple games. He wasn't really there for much. 5 out of 10 loan. Really nothing to say here. He's been okay. And I think he could improve. You know, he's 18. I think he just joined the season from the youth academy. And yeah, he's been fine. So I just loan him out. Next, I got the big guns. Enzo Fernandez, 9 out of 10, and I'm absolutely keeping him. Honestly, he's hitting like the peaks that we paid him for. Genuinely, he's hitting those peaks. He has been fantastic in midfield. These passes that he's giving are fantastic. His decision making has improved so much. His physicality has improved so much. He can like run for 90 minutes. He can beat people off the ball. His dribbling has like improved a lot better. Oh my god, his passing is so good. Like a lot of people were like saying Real Madrid should go buy him. I would love that. Honestly, if Real Madrid gave a bid for 100 mil right now, I'd have to think about it. I'd probably sell, but I'd have to think about it. But right now, if that doesn't happen, I'm keeping him 100%. This is a building block at Chelsea right now. He's been fantastic, and he's improved so much. Like I'm so proud of Enzo Fernandez, even though a lot of that controversy came out about him. Obviously, A lot of that bad stuff is saying about like all that racism and stuff, and that's obviously not a place for football. But right now at Chelsea Football Club, we don't care who you are, we care how you play. And right now, Enzo Fernandez has been playing fantastic. Like he's an incredible player, and I'm just glad that he's improved so much, especially after his divorce and all that. So yeah, I'm really glad. Next, we got Cole Palmer. This was kind of sad to put. I gave him a 7 out of 10. Obviously, I'm keeping him. I'm never selling Cole Palmer. Not one day in my entire life. Uh, but I gave him a 7.5 out of 10. He was so good for like the first half, first third of the season. He was fantastic. One of the best players in the Prem, easily. And then he just really dropped off. I mean, honestly, the team just kind of dropped off, but then he really started to drop off, and he wasn't doing as good. And I think there was a stretch between like December and like March or April where he didn't get like a single goal or assist or something like that. And he was just really bad for some reason. Um, and I trust Enzo Maresca as a manager. I know a lot of people like shit on him and say he's a bad manager. I actually think he's pretty decent, and I do believe that is a mentality thing, especially because Chelsea are really in the limelight of negativity right now, and it's just not something I think a 22-year-old Cole Palmer is used to. And I think we give Cole Palmer this big benefit of like, oh, he's too stupid to care about mentality or whatever, but he's still like a person and still comes under pressure. But recently, at the end of the season, he started picking it back up and he started looking really good. He started looking back to that, Cole Palmer that, I know him for. So I'm acting like I know this brother in real life. But he started like going back to like that original Cole Palmer that is so good. So I'm really happy, and I think next season he could be a fucking beast. This could be a 10 out of 10 right here, but we'll see. Next, I got Dewsbury Hall, 6 out of 10. I'd keep. I just think he's a good like backup for Cole Palmer anytime Cole Palmer gets injured and can't play. He's okay. I think he's like a fine player. I think he could get better. I wouldn't mind loaning him out maybe for a year, 6 months, just short loan. But yeah, I'd keep Dewsbury Hall. Caicedo, 10 out of 10, easily, and I'm definitely keeping him. I would never sell this brother. He's easily been our best player on the team for the entire season, by far. Even when Cole Palmer was at his peak, there was still an argument for him being the best player. So he's easily been a 10 out of 10. He's been one of the best midfielders in the world, in my opinion. Definitely top 10 best midfielders in the world. Possibly top 5. I don't know. We'll see. If I had to give a top 5, it's Vitinha, Pedri. I'm trying to think. Vitinha, Pedri. Do you put Jude Bellingham in there? Nah, Real Madrid have been ass this season. Declan Rice is probably there. I'm trying to think of like who I would give the top 5 midfielders, but I feel like I'm forgetting someone big. Now maybe I'd have Caicedo next. It doesn't matter, but yeah, Caicedo has been fucking incredible. I don't think I need to say that though. I think everyone knows how good this brother's been. All right, season ranking of Romeo Latvia, 5 out of 10, and I put him on loan. I think this brother's a baller. I think he's incredible, but I just don't think he fits at Chelsea right now. And he's just been injured recently, and I just can't rely on a player like that. I would love to give this player like wonder kid status and say he's going to be the next big thing, and I do truly believe that. But right now, the way he's been playing, it hasn't been looking like that. So I'd put him on loan for this season, just really to improve his game because I don't think he'd be getting very minutes, and I think he's a player that really needs to get like minutes because right now he's the sub for Caicedo, but honestly, are we really going to be taking Caicedo out of the squad that much? I don't think so, and I don't think Lavia is the person for it right now. So I would put him on loan, but I would not sell. I would definitely not sell because his brother will be something in the future. Just not right now. He's just not that great. Sadly, he just didn't have the greatest season. He just didn't. All right, next I got Pedro Neto, 5 out of 10, but I'd keep him. Honestly, the problem with Pedro Neto is we bought this brother for like 50 mil or something. We bought him for a crazy amount, even though he's injury prone. And he was okay for us this season. But I can't sell him because we're going to lose money. And this guy isn't on that high of wages for us to even like it's not like we're like losing money with his wages. And he has been decent for the club. Like I'm not gonna say he hasn't like participated in any way. So there's just no reason to sell him. But if I could, like but like if I could be like, okay, here is if we could do a swap deal with some club and get a permanently better player, or someone paid like 60, 70 mil, which would not happen, 60, 70 mil for Pedro Neto, I would absolutely no doubt sell him. 100%. But like, there's no reason to sell this guy. We would just lose money. We would just lose money. It would just be a bad investment. There's no reason. He had an okay season. He was fine. Really, really up and down, really inconsistent. But I don't care for this brother at all. Really, I don't. But I'd keep him because there's nothing else to do. Oh, here we go. Mikhail Mudrik, 0 out of 10 season rating. Got caught doing drugs. I don't think, literally zero. Like I don't think there's any other way to put it. Um, for keep, sell, loan, I'll put a question mark because I don't even know if this brother plays football anymore. Ever since he got like caught for doing drugs or doing steroids or whatever he was doing, he hasn't played a single game of football. So I would sell him. Absolutely, I would sell him. I don't even know if he's at the club anymore. I don't know what's happening with him. So I'm just gonna leave him be. Let him get his paycheck or whatever, and then ship him out until his a contract. Okay, well, contract's never gonna be over. It's 2031, but whatever. All right, next we got Madueke. 8 out of 10 season. He's been fantastic, and I'd keep him. He's just been a really, really consistent winger for us. Honestly, he's just been really, really good. He's been at the club for a while. He's one of those players that is starting to get like a lot more experience for the club, and I think that's really needed to have like actual veterans at the club and like players that you can rely on. I think Madueke is going to become one of those very soon. Um, and he's just been really, really good. He's been overall just really good in my opinion. I just wouldn't sell him. I don't know. There's nothing really to say about him. Like genuinely, the only problem I have is Esteval is coming this season. So either we trade him with Madueke, like we just play him every other game or something, or Madueke just gets less games. I don't know, but or maybe we put Esteval in like the midfield or something, and we run a formation with two cams, or like maybe we try to train him for left wing. I don't know how it's going to work, but Madueke is staying at the club. But if we like, if Madueke is like mad or something that like, oh, we can't play as many games, we loan him out. But because like we need to start Esteval. That brother is a baller. But I don't know what we do with Madueke. Genuinely, I don't. All right, next I got Nicholas Jackson, 6 out of 10 keep. Uh, this is a keep unless we buy a world class striker. We bought Liam Delap, which is not a world class striker. He could become one in maybe the next 5 years, but we need to focus on the now. And right now, our best striker is Nicholas Jackson. Unless we get an actual world class striker, we have to keep Nicholas Jackson, even though he's pretty inconsistent. I still think he's a great character, a player. Oh, excuse me. I still think he's a great player, and I think he could be really useful for us. I don't know how we'd play him with Liam Delap. I think maybe Liam Delap would play more CL football. I don't know, but I'm just really, really happy that Nicholas Jackson has definitely improved. He's definitely improved over the years. Though we didn't have the greatest season, especially in the latter half of the season, his attitude just really irked me. He just kept getting like these yellow and red cards, and I just didn't really like it. So I gave him a 6 out of 10. Though I do think he should stay. But next season, if he continues this form, like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 season, and he doesn't get like a lot better, I think I'd sell him next season. All right, next I got Christopher Nkunku, 4 out of 10 season. I'm selling him. He's just past his prime. There's no reason to keep him, and I think he wants to do other stuff. I don't think he's a player that just wants to sit on the bench, which he did for most of the season. And I mean, he was getting conference league minutes. Like I think he's one of those players that like kind of like a Marcus Rashford, where they're like they just want to go out and like achieve shit. And I don't think that's where he's at Chelsea. So I would sell him. I don't know where to. Maybe like a I don't know. Maybe he could be an Atletico Madrid baller. I don't know. Maybe. But we'll see. But he has not been good this season. That's all. All right, next I got Tyreek George. This brother's been very good for us. I give him a 7 out of 10. He's been very, very good in Conference League. Um, I remember watching this guy and like just thinking that he could really be next up. Like I really, really do think that he could be next up, and like he's just a great youngster. And I think he was part of our what you call it academy. I think he's an academy baller too. I put him on loan though. Again, because we're playing CL football, I don't think he's going to be getting that many minutes. He's not like he's going to be able to play conference league minutes anymore, and he's just not up to that level yet. So I put him on loan. There's no reason to keep him. Next, I got Mark Gupaz. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm gonna be honest. I gave him 8 out of 10 because he's easily been the best player for Conference League, even though it doesn't really say much. And I'd put him on loan too because we don't really need these strikers. Liam Delap's coming in. Kendry Paez is coming in. Esteval is coming in. Three strikers already. Plus, we might even sign like an Ozzy man. So there's no reason to keep all these strikers that aren't going to get any minutes. So I'd put him on loan. Maybe obligation to buy. We'll see. But he's been really, really good, and I think he could be next up. But it's just not happening right now. All right, next we got the players that we put on loan. Axel Disasi. I've been watching this brother at Aston Villa. He has not been very good. As soon as you get him back, I think we just sell him. I think that loan move. Honestly, we could just sell him to Aston Villa. That loan move was just to boost his price up, maybe make him look a little bit better. He's just not that very good, and he's kind of reaching his peak right now, and his peak is not good. So I'd sell him. Next, I have Ben Chilwell. 3 out of 10 seasons. Sell immediately. This brother's been a genuine ass. Uh, this is the one player at Crystal Palace. I love Crystal Palace. I've loved their team. I hate this guy. I just don't like this the way this guy plays. I think he's very, very bad. I don't like him. 3 out of 10 season. He's not been good for Crystal Palace. And I honestly, opinion, last season, I don't think he's been good for Chelsea either. I don't think he's been good for Chelsea in a while. I'd sell him. Next, I got João Felix. 4 out of 10 seasons. Sell again. No reason to keep this brother. And this isn't like a Pedro Neto situation where like Pedro Neto, like I know we're not going to get money for him, but I'd still keep him because I think he will like do well at the club. João Felix like genuinely harms the club. Any club this guy's a part of, he just harms it with his toxicity. It's like anytime I watch this brother, it's like doing crack cocaine. It's like the first time I watch him, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna be the greatest player ever. He's gonna win all these Ballon d'Ors. He's gonna get 100 goals this season. He's so fucking good. And then the second time I watch him, I'm like, yeah, he's actually like still pretty good. Like he's like, he's not as good as last game, but he's still like, picking up the ball. He's still, making those runs and stuff. He's still a great dribbler. Like he's really, really good. Like the third to like fifth time you watch him, like, okay, why is he flopping? Like, brother, that was not a foul, but he's still promising. He's like young, he's 24. Give him some time, give him some time. And then by the 10th time you watch him, you're like, get this fucker out of my club. Why is he screaming at our manager right now? You are not him. Like why do you genuinely think that you deserve to play? Like, why do you think that? Like, get out of the club, bro. Just get out of the club. You're not needed. So yeah, that's my relationship with João Felix. Again, I don't even know this brother. That's my relationship with João Felix. This brother's ass. Get him out of my club. Oh, this is even worse. I think this is the last player too. Raheem Sterling. Get this fucker out of my club. Selling him, bro. Watching him at Arsenal, I just want to claw my fucking eyes out. I don't even know where he would go. Fucking ship him to Al Hilal, bro. Saudi Arabia. I don't even know the other teams. I only know Al Hilal, Al Nasser, and then the one that looks like a one, but I don't know what they're called. Um, get this fucker out of my team. I don't know where he would go. Honestly, Como? Call up Como, bro. They might buy him. I don't know. Okay. The video's over. Uh oh, I gotta exit. How do I exit? Oh, I forgot to exit. Oh no. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Video over. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.